Now, the country is still in a deep state of shock and sorrow about the ferry disaster, with 193 people now confirmed dead and 109 others unaccounted for and presumed dead. Now, let's connect live to our Shin Se-min at the news centre. So, Se-min, the weather hasn't been on the search and rescue team's side in the recent days. How has this affected operations?
Good morning, Mark. The conditions down there in Jindo have definitely made things extremely difficult. Heavy rain, high tides, fast currents, and fog were troubling factors hampering the rescue operation. Now, currently, the official death toll stands at 193, with 4 more bodies discovered during an early morning rescue operation at around 2 a.m. Korea time. The bodies have not yet been identified, but are presumed to be male students from Danwon High School. Now, going back to the conditions down at the site, rain clouds are expected to clear over the course of this morning, which should help search efforts, but sea conditions will get tougher, with currents forecast to reach speeds of up to 2.4 meters per second. And in terms of search operation, a diving bell is expected to be put in on Tuesday afternoon, and this will allow divers to continue their underwater search for up to 20 consecutive hours. And so far, only 1/3 of 111 cabins have been searched. The divers are mainly focused on searching the 4th floor of the ferry, where most of the missing passengers are believed to be, and where they also found some of the bodies over the last several hours.
Well, Se-min, let's hope the conditions improve enough for them to recover more of the bodies, just for the sake of their poor families who've been waiting for so long now. And Se-min, new video footage of the early stages of the sinking has been released, and it makes for really rather shocking viewing.
Yes, it really does. The video released by Maritime Police shows the first crucial moments of how rescue efforts were carried out, and it shows a captain and some of the crew being among the first to get off the sinking ferry. Now, the central focus of the footage is a period between 9:43 a.m. and 9:49 a.m. This footage clearly shows Captain Lee Jun-seok and his crew member leaving the ferry without attending to passengers. And it's difficult to distinguish him as a captain, as Lee jumps into the rescue boat on his boxer shorts without his uniform on. And by 9:35 a.m., all 15 crew members have started to abandon their ship, but as you can see, hardly any passengers are seen on the deck of the ferry, raising criticism the crew didn't properly instruct them to leave the ship.
Yes, no passengers, apparently, just looking at the video there. And of course, there's still more questions than answers at this point, unfortunately. But what about the criminal investigation that's ongoing at the moment? What do we know so far?
Yes, there are a number of investigations underway, and among those is a link between Kim Han-sik, the president of the Cheonghaejin Marine Company, and Yoo Byung-hun, the practical owner of the ferry company. Kim was summoned for investigation Tuesday morning for the first time since the ferry disasters. Now, prosecutors are looking into whether Kim was involved in any business irregularities, such as embezzlement, dereliction of duty, and tax evasion in connection with Yoo. The possibility that Kim managed slush funds for Yoo Byung-hun is also being investigated. Now, investigators have been also looking into Yoo Byung-hun and have raided 4 offices in Seoul, Daegu, and Gyeonggi-do province on Monday, looking for evidence of paper companies. They also raided the Mokpo Coast Guard station, suspecting officers there of neglected their duties in the early stages of the rescue. And also 3 members of the Korea Shipping Association have been arrested for destroying evidence in relation to the case. Now, investigations into whether the ferry had malfunctioning lifeboats on board will also broaden, as 5 lifeboats were found floating near the scene, indicating they began to work much later than they should have. And normally, a well-functioning lifeboat would automatically deploy upon coming under external pressure. And that's all I have for now, but I will keep you updated throughout the day.